small habits into your daily routines.
Habits that made me get my life together.
Why your habits never stick. Countless different habits.
I know everybody talks about habits like they're this amazing thing that's gonna change your life, and they definitely are amazing. But what if there was something better? Something nobody ever talks about. My name's Chaz Paisley, and I've been on my self-improvement journey for 10 plus years. Along the way, I found a secret method that's not only better than building habits, but something that actually makes it easier to build habits as well. So make sure to watch to the end, because if you're able to incorporate this secret into your life, you'll actually change your life and skyrocket your success. I know you're definitely wondering what the secret is, but before we can talk about it with a full understanding, we need to first talk about habits, and you'll understand why once I bring up this secret later in the video. So what is the big deal about habits? What even are they? Well, on a deep level, habits are the programs you've either intentionally or unintentionally installed into your mind. These can be very minor programs, like which side of your foot you put your socks on in the morning. Or these could be very major programs, like your personality and how good you feel throughout the day. The point is, on some level, these programs control your behavior, which basically means they control you. And most people never even realize this. You've probably heard the term, humans are creatures of habit. This video is going to give the term a whole new meaning for you. Now, if you took some time to just analyze your actions, you would start to see a pattern that can be traced back to your habits. And if you take a little more time to just think about this, you'd realize that if your habits are the source of your behavior, and your behavior is the source of your actions, then wouldn't your actions be the source of the results you get in life? If you're following me, you probably just understood that everything goes back to your habits. And if you can change your habits, that means changing your results, thereby changing your life. Everything happening in your life is really just a result of your habits. And depending on the life you want to live, there will be positive and negative habits affecting your life right now that are either getting you the results you want or pushing you away from them. As an example, if you want to be a pro basketball player, having a habit of lacking discipline would only push you away from what you want. This would be a negative habit. Likewise, having a habit of practicing 10,000 shots a day and measuring how many go in day by day so you can improve your shot percentage would be a positive habit. The positive and negative label of a habit is always relative according to what you want to achieve. The point I'm trying to make is that if you're experiencing your life where you're experiencing results you don't want, what you need to do is go back to the drawing board and identify the negative habits causing this undesirable result and change those habits, which, as we went over before, will change the result. For some people, changing a habit may be quick, and for others, it might be long. It really depends on how ingrained it is in your mind. But just remember, it can and will be changed through consistent repetition of the new habit that you want to replace the old habit with. This is why it's so important to identify your habits, positive and negative, and trace them to the results you think they bring you. If you identify a habit, like excessive masturbation for example, and it's not bringing you a result you want to experience, you need to recognize it as a negative habit for you. For others, they may be fine with it. And think what positive habit you could replace it with for a new result. Most people know nothing of this concept, which is why their life is so full of negative results and negative habits. It's one of the main reasons we have so many negative people in the world today, blaming others for their negative results. Your goal should be replacing all your negative habits with positive ones. By doing this, your life will start to become more positive automatically and effortlessly. I know this can seem like a lot of information if you're just learning this for the first time, but honestly it's very simple. Even kids can learn this, and this should have been taught in schools. But whatever, you're learning it now and that's all that matters. So now that we've been over what habits are, why they're important, and why you need to replace your negative habits with positive habits that get you the results you want out of life, it's finally time to talk about the secret I discovered over the course of 10 years of self-development that's actually better than habits. But before I tell you about the secret, if you're enjoying this unique, high-quality content you're not going to get anywhere else, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more high-quality content that's designed to help you level up your life and reach your highest potential. This secret is called routines. Now I'm sure most of you have heard about or even watched videos about morning routines and evening routines. I actually have a video myself of my own morning routine that you can check out. But routines don't only have to be used in the evening or the morning. They can be used at any time. and it's very likely that you've probably already been engaging in routines this whole time. So, what are routines, and why are they so much better than habits? Well, to answer the first question, routines, in short, are the sum of many habits in sequence. For example, in my morning routine video, I talk about how right after I wake up, I make my bed, and then I immediately go and take a warm and cold shower, followed with me drinking around 32 ounces of water, brushing my teeth, and meditating. Notice how I named several habits, and I did them one after the other. This is a routine. Now, to answer the second question of why routine is so much better than habits, is because routines use a concept called chunking. Chunking is directly defined as the process by which the mind divides large pieces of information into smaller units or chunks that are easier to retain in memory. This is usually used in math. So example, it's easier to remember 154,863 compared to 154,863. In the first number, we only have to remember 2 numbers by combining it, while with the second number, we have to remember 6. Now, obviously this video isn't about math, and I'm the last person you want to talk to about math. But the reason I bring up this concept is because routines do the same thing, but do it better and with more results. Think about it. Remember the morning routine I just talked about? Imagine chunking didn't exist, and each morning I woke up and thought, okay, now I'm gonna go make my bed. Okay, now I'm gonna go take a shower. Okay, now I'm gonna go drink some blah blah blah, you get the point. Instead of having to think all of that, I just think, okay, now I'm gonna go do my morning routine. And that's it. And if you're wondering why that's so beneficial, it's because the concept of routines makes it much easier to build multiple habits all at once versus building one habit at a time. Using the concept of routines drastically reduces procrastination, which causes less stress and ends up in you being more productive. How does it do all this? Well, earlier in the video, I listed myself doing 5 different habits during my morning routine. Without the concept of routines, you're probably just going to be focused on building 1 or 2 new habits, because building multiple habits at once can be very stressful and increase your chances of quitting, which means building none at all. So you might just incorporate making your bed and taking a cold shower, and that's it. It's still good, but if you're used to building new habits, you know that it can be sometimes hard to do something new. And if you don't know, you'll learn soon. Either way, in your mind, there's a good possibility that you're going to be thinking, right after you wake up, I don't want to make my bed, and I sure as hell don't want to take a cold shower. Maybe I should just start this tomorrow. So procrastination starts setting in, which causes stress, makes you less productive, and oftentimes causes you to quit prematurely. But with the knowledge of routines, you would have likely thought out beforehand what you want your new morning routine to look like. So you identified 5 positive habits that you wanted to incorporate into your life. And instead of feeling like you have so much to do, you just think, okay, I'm gonna do my morning routine. And you begin. You may still get some thoughts that try and get you to stop, but you're only thinking about one thing instead of multiple things, which tricks your brain and makes it a lot easier to get yourself to follow through with everything. If you can learn to use routines in your life, it's going to help you build multiple positive habits in your life extremely quickly and give you the best chance of solidifying these new habits in your life that are bringing you the new results that you want. Now, this video only scratches the surface of how powerful the conscious use of routines and the benefits they can bring into your life is. If you guys want more on the power of routines, make sure to comment down below routines. And if you have any other topics you want me to cover, let me know in the comments down below. Since you've watched this far, you now know how important habits are, and how even more important routines are. So now your next step is to watch this video where I'll teach you about the best S-tier habit you're gonna want to incorporate next. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one. Love you guys. Peace.